Now, during this health emergency, we've covered a lot of stories about how communities are staying connected. And a married couple on Holy Island, whose bed and breakfast business has been put on hold, are producing a series of podcasts to keep locals informed and entertained. Holy Island Radio was set up by the local support group. Running it with wife Tracy is retired teacher and radio enthusiast Kevin Archer. And a little earlier, I asked Kevin how it had all come about.
Immediately there was lockdown. The Holy Island support group came into being. And as part of the thought of what can each of us do to contribute to the life of community during these difficult times, I thought one way might be to draw on some previous experience and set up what we're calling Holy Island Radio, which is a way of sharing news, updates, interviews, but more importantly than anything else, giving those on the island the opportunity to hear each other's voices, which was indeed becoming increasingly something that was rare. And as it's developed, it's an opportunity for those who are off the island, family and friends of Holy Island indeed, to hear our voices and to keep in touch with them.
Well, obviously these podcasts are aimed at residents and their families, but you've had feedback from far and wide, haven't you?
We have indeed, yes. Of course, guests come and visitors come from all over the world to Holy Island, approaching 750,000 a year in normal circumstances. And we've had feedback from folk in Australia who've listened, from Finland. We've even had contact with Anchorage in Alaska, would you believe? So there is something of a global reach, of course, once you go online.
It must be a very strange atmosphere at the moment because, after all, the start of the Easter holidays, you're normally full of visitors and people coming for pilgrimages, that sort of thing.
It is. I mean, we're used to the contrast there is. Once the tide comes in, the visitors go out, the calm and the quiet that descends on the island. And I suppose it's almost like the tide being in all the time. Clearly, visitors are no longer coming to the island. We've tried to underline and stress that not that folk are not welcome because they love coming to the island all the time, but not at this particular time. We have a significant number of our community that are vulnerable. The car parks have been closed here. We're not welcoming visitors at the present time.
And are they heeding that warning?
They, by and large, are, yes. I think after the first weekend, when there were a few visitors, there was some concern. But since then, it has made a difference, and the word has got out. Of course, people do have to leave the island, some on business, some in connection with getting supplies. But what we've tried to do on the community is make it possible for folk to be looked after if they can't actually leave the island. That's happened in a number of ways. One of the local retreat houses is storing supplies that 3 mornings a week are available for folk to buy. The local pubs, though, of course, closed down 2 of them, the Ship and the Crown and Anchor, providing a takeaway delivery service.
Now, your own bed and breakfast business, Bamborough View, is on hold at the moment. You and wife Tracy must be desperately hoping for a time when you can open for business again.
Of course, our doors are closed at the moment, and we're missing that interaction with guests. Obviously, there are financial implications for us, as there are for many other people. But be assured, our doors and the doors of Holy Island will be open again once this is all over, and I'm sure the visitors will begin to return.
Well, good luck with Holy Island Radio and those weekly podcasts, Kevin. Do stay safe, and thanks for talking to us.
You're very welcome, Mark.
And Kevin told me that latest episode will be on holyislandradio.uk on Saturday morning.